Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. This is not a sponsored video. I tried, but for some reason, Christopher Ward hasn't responded to the 20 plus emails that I've sent them, begging them to let me be an ambassador for the brand. So, yeah. But this video is all about Christopher Ward because they recently-ish came out with a new design in their The 12 lineup. And I want to show that to you. But first, let's kind of explore their website and what they've been up to. So let us begin. Okay, so here is their homepage. They have a link for their best sellers. And look at that. That is wild. They've been doing some crazy things with Loupe. And their crystals are always so great. Loupe is a really good magazine. If you aren't already subscribed to it, I would suggest doing so. They actually put a lot of work into these magazines. I like how they're really art-centered, really creative, interesting articles in there. Anytime they come in, I go through it, and I have a stack of them on my shelf. But let's look through their best sellers. So I currently don't own any Christopher Wards, but I have owned 3 in the past. And I remember when I was first starting to get into watches, I kept encountering their Trident watches. Unfortunately, most of them have batten markers, and I was after the sort of mill sub style. I did end up getting, I think it was a C65 with dot indices. Gorgeous watch. And you gotta love the Trident on the seconds hand. But let's go back. The Bel Canto. The 12s are so great. I would love to own a 36mm, no date, glacial blue 12. And the Sealanders are pretty cool as well. So the dial on the Aquitaine GMT is similar to what I had. The Dune bronze looks so great. And if you haven't seen a Sandhurst in person, absolutely phenomenal watch. I owned the Sandhurst 38mm, but when I ended up getting the Smiths and some other pieces, it was a little bit redundant and a little bit larger than those, so I ended up letting it go. It's cool that you have options with sizes. So like in the 12s, you can get 40s, 38mm, 36. Their super compressor is crazy. And the Trident Reef. There we go. There's the 36 in glacial blue. That looks so good. Yeah. I mean, look at their case designs. And that's already fairly thin. Oh, look at that wrist shot. Yeah, so their case design was one thing that I marveled at with the pieces that I owned. They should reissue their Malvern 595s, but they've kind of moved away from dainty, dressy watches. even when I bought that one, the other dressy watches were much chunkier. That was really the only really slender, super dressy piece they had. That was another gorgeous watch, but I had gone little and I had some even smaller dress watches at the time. The Cranwell Series 2 looks great. I think the moon phase is kind of dressy. Let's look at that. Man, it's kind of an everyday wear. Oh, that handset is so cool. Look at that seconds hand. But with that case, it's not fully dressy, but that's a pretty wild design. I think the moon glows. Our best moon yet. Constructed in Globolite, a ceramic superluminova mix. Okay, yeah, so it does glow. Sealander rocks, where they're using stone dials. Oh, they're pieces where they did the shaded sapphire dials. I wonder if they still make those. Would that be under dive? There. Sapphire edge. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. And I feel like with these, the date is a good thing. It's really cool seeing it behind that tinted sapphire dial. I wonder if in person these just kind of look like blue dials. I don't think the movement in there would light up quite like this, but in just normal everyday light, oh, that's cool. Okay, so let's go to the 12. So they are here. Okay, so the new ones are the 12-660. Let's pull up the white dial. So right now they're in 38 millimeters, and I think they're just in these colors. But they're thinner than the other 12s. Yeah, look at that wrist shot. That is a great design. It's a no-date piece. For me personally, if these were in 36 with like a glacial blue variant or black dial variant or something like that, I would actually own one of these, or would have to shortly. Those are so cool. And yeah, the name denotes the height, so they're 6.6 millimeters tall, and these are hand-wound movements that are in these. And I think they have a micro adjustment butterfly clasp, which is wild. How much are these? Oh, youch, yeah. Almost 2,000. I think the other 12s are much more reasonable. 14. Let's show more. Let's find the 36. Yep, 14. So back when I bought the Sandhurst, I think it was 900, and I thought these were less when they first came out, but I could be wrong. But they're such great looking pieces, even just the regular 12s. But the slimness of the 660 is really cool. Let's look at the black one. Yeah. That actually looks really cool in black. But yeah, if you're not subscribed to Loupe, I would suggest doing so. It's actually a surprisingly good magazine. And I'm going to be keeping my eye on the 660s in the 12s lineup. See what kind of variants they come out with in the future. Thanks for watching.